Good morning, children. Today in this class, we'll discuss about non-conventional source of energy. We are going to discuss about non-conventional source of energy. Before discussing this, as children, previous class I said, this topic is not there for board examinations, but however, they are going to ask map pointing. Previous class we discussed about fossil fuels like coal and oil. Important coal mines we discussed. At the same time, if you see related to energy, apart from these coal mines, there are 6 important nuclear power stations also in the country. There are 6 important nuclear power stations. Here, nuclear power stations in the country. Number 1, there are 6 important nuclear power stations, very important. Either it is coal mines nor nuclear power stations. Among these two, 100% map will be asked. So better more concentrate on nuclear power stations. Here there are 6 important nuclear power stations. I'll tell you what are those important nuclear power stations and where these nuclear power stations are located in India. Okay, number 1. If you take number 1, Kalpakam. Kalpakam nuclear power station located in Tamil Nadu. Kalpakam nuclear power station located in Tamil Nadu. Children, Kalpakam is an important nuclear power station which is located in the state of Tamil Nadu. And second one is come to Kaiga. Kaiga nuclear power station located in Karnataka. Kaiga nuclear power station located in Karnataka. Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, Kaiga in Karnataka. Third one is Tarapur. Tarapur. It is in Maharashtra. Tarapur in Maharashtra. Kalpakam in Tamil Nadu, Kaiga in Karnataka, Tarapur in Maharashtra, and fourth one is take Gujarat, Kakrapara. It is in Gujarat. Kakrapara, it is in Gujarat. Kakrapara in Gujarat. And fifth one is come to Rawatbhat. Rawatbhat, it is in Rajasthan. And last one is sixth one is Narora. Naroura. Narora, it is in UP. These are the 6 important nuclear power stations. Children, what are the 6 most important nuclear power stations in India? Number 1 is Kalpakam, that is in Tamil Nadu. Kalpakam, Kaiga, Tarapur, Kakrapara, Rawatbhat and Narora. These are the 6 most important nuclear power stations in the country. Number 1 is Narora, number 2 Rawatbhat, number 3 Kakrapara, number 4 Tarapur, number 5 Kaiga, number 6 is Tamil Nadu. You go as you like. You go from down or you come from top. You should remember the name of the nuclear power station and where it is located, in which state the nuclear power station is located. So once again I will tell you, it's most important for your math skills. This is very important for your math skills. As per the CBSE latest letter, revised syllabus, map will be there related to this topic. That is minerals and energy resources. Of course, questions will not be asked for written examination, but only in the map is going to concentrate. So better concentrate on both nuclear power stations, oil refineries, and coal mine, important coal mines. That already I have told you. Important coal mines and important oil fields. And next one is related to nuclear power stations. So regarding these nuclear power stations is Kalpakam, Tamil Nadu, Kaiga, it is in Karnataka, Tarapur, Maharashtra, Kakrapara, it is in Gujarat, and Rawatbad in Rajasthan, and finally Narora, it is in Uttar Pradesh. Narora, it is in Uttar Pradesh. Is it clear, boys? Is it clear, children? Yes, it should be in fingertips. There are 6 most important nuclear power stations in India. One is Kalpakam, Kaiga, Tarapur, Kakrapara, Rawatbad, and Narora. Narora, Rawatbad, Kakrapara, Tarapur, Kaiga, Tamil Nadu, and Kalpakam. Name of the nuclear power station and where the particular nuclear power station is located. That is very important. Where the particular nuclear power station is located. Clear? That should be remembered. Take first one is Kalpakam. Yes, it is in Tamil Nadu. Then Kaiga, it is in Karnataka. And Tarapur, Maharashtra. And Kakrapara, it is in Gujarat. And Rawatbad, Rajasthan. Sometimes even they give instead of Rajasthan, they will ask you Kota nuclear power station. Just to confuse you. Instead of asking Rawatbad, they will ask you, they want to confuse you, so they may ask you Kota nuclear power station. So you can write down Rajasthan. Kota or Rawatbad, whichever they ask, you should write Rajasthan. And finally, Narora, that is in Uttar Pradesh. These are the 6 most important nuclear power stations. Then coming to oil fields. Related to oil fields already we discussed. What are those? Number 1, that is Mumbai High. 63% from Maharashtra. The second one is 18%, which comes from Gujarat. Especially from Ankleshwar and Kannur. The rest 16% comes from Assam state. It is the oldest state. Assam, oldest state. This place called Digboi. Digboi is the oldest oil refinery in the country. So there it produces almost all 16%. So there are 3 important oil refineries. Mumbai High, one in Gujarat, and eastern part, that is Assam. Related to oil refinery, regarding to petroleum. Okay, and even apart from these 3 places, Mumbai High, Gujarat, and Assam, other than the Digboi, there are 2 more places. I mean to say, Nahar Katia, Moran Hugresen. This is also important oil fields. That means together they are producing 16%. Digboi, Nahar Katia, and Moran Hugresen. Okay, they are the 2 places. Together, all 3 places together produces how much? 16%. So then 3 important oil refineries in the country. Okay, that is related to math skills, related to coal, oil, and nuclear power stations. We take one is coal, number 2 is oil, and third one is nuclear power stations. Yes. Now coming to we'll discuss about non-conventional source of energy. Yes. See, as energy we have been consuming a lot to run the various industries, machines, etc. At the same time, most of energy we have been producing by using the fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. As you know, due to Corona, COVID-19, after these oil prices, they've been increasing day by day. Not only due to Corona, even if you say year by year, the consumption of fossil fuels is rapidly increasing. So therefore, and in future, it becomes a very, very problematic thing. So therefore, you have to see the alternate producing of energy. So that will be very useful and it will be lesser cost. So therefore, another alternative is producing energy is renewable source of energy. Alternative production of energy is a renewable source of energy. So therefore, you have to go for this non-conventional source of energy. What are those non-conventional sources of energy? For example, solar energy. Take as a non-conventional source of energy. Non-conventional source of energy. Number one is solar energy. Solar energy, which directly sunlight photovoltaic converts the energy into the light. And this sunlight will be useful to sterilize the milk cans. The largest solar power plant in India is Madhapur near Bhuj. The largest solar power plant in India is Madhapur. There is a place called Madhapur which is situated near Bhuj. That is in Gujarat. There is one. That is solar energy. Second one is nuclear energy. Second one is nuclear, N-U-C-L-E-R, nuclear energy. This energy is generated by using the atoms. This energy is by using the various atoms like uranium and thorium. Here, uranium and thorium deposits can be highly found in the around the Aravalli range of Rajasthan and the place of Jharkhand in India. The two places are known for uranium, whereas the monazite sands of Kerala is famous for thorium. So the two important atoms which is very, very essential to generate this energy, nuclear energy, yes. To generate the energy, these two atoms is very important. One is uranium and third one is thorium. So thorium deposits can be identified in monazite sands of Kerala. So monazite sands of Kerala is known for uranium, thorium, magnesium, so and so. So it is thorium. Very most important. Yeah, nuclear energy. Third one is biogas. As you know, it is very, very common in the rural areas. This gas is produced by using of all the waste, decomposed materials, swamps, humus, animal dung, cow dung. So using this decomposed material, it produces heat as well as, and it changes the quality of even manure. And these plants, especially in rural area, they call it as a biogas. They call it as a biogas. It is very, very common in rural areas. Then come to another example is geothermal. Geothermal energy. The energy which is produced by from the crust. As in children, the moment you go deep into the earth crust, the temperature keep on increases. The temperature keep on increases. Therefore, produce more heat. That's why at a certain level, hot springs also form. So they produce heat. That is how this energy is generated when you go deeper inside the crust. Geothermal energy. Third one is, you can write geothermal energy. And next one is even tidal energies. Tidal energy means water, tides, low tide, high tides. When the water falls in the high tide, it flows towards the bottom, and turbines will be closed, and when the water moves, the turbines drives and produce heat. That is how energy is generated. The same as we call it as a tidal energy. So these are all we can consider as a non-conventional source of energy. And moreover, there is one more energy, wind energy. Yes. Tamil Nadu is one of the first state which has introduced this wind energies. Superpower in the India is the first rank in the world. So wind energy, Tamil Nadu has first starting from, that is, Nagarkoil to Madurai. Thereafter, the neighboring states like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, slowly they also started these windmills in different parts of the country. So these are all the important energies of non-conventional source of energy. So the best example for non-conventional source of energy is, we can take down solar energy, nuclear energy, geothermal, tidal energy, and even wind energy. Clear? And last one is come to the rapid growth of India. Conservation of this energy is. How we are going to conserve the energy is. Of course, we have been using energy, lot of energy we have been consuming by using the fossil fuels, by using both energies from conventional side and non-conventional side. So therefore, one has to sustain the energy by, as and when you are not using, switch off the lights and introduce of renewable source of energy in the country. So it will be very cheaper and it's very clean. So by following these methods, we can save energy. Clear?